in that community where your church is founded, what is the history? What is the story of that community? What is their resistance to the gospel? Have they killed missionaries before? A community filled with crime, violence, poverty, and retrogression, they will have impact upon the church. Look, when you go and plant a church in a community, you must do warfare. God must send you there. And before you plant your church there, do warfare and continue to do warfare, or else the community bondage will serve as barrier. I heard a story. Somebody told a story to me many years ago. It happened in America. But was that not last year? No, year before last. Where I've been wakaning about. I saw somebody who told me a Nigerian version. It even happened to him. And it happened at a Ekpaja here. It was one young people association, ministers association. So they asked me to come and talk to them. So I went and talked to them. The guy who is acting as their president, he's a young guy. In fact, he's not up to 40 years. So after 2 days of teaching them, I said, come. He came to my office and brought some gifts. I said, come, how come you don't have a church and you are running a ministers association? You are too young to be running a ministers association. It's not PFN, it's not CAN, they have their own. I said, you should be pastoring a church. I said, so tell me your story. This is the story you told me. He said, yes, sir. I once have a church. You once? He said, I once have a church. Okay, what happened? Look at what he said, though. Amazing story. He said he rented a place. He described the place. He said he rented a building. He leased a building. And he said, a land. And he built it. And he started services, prayers, meeting, encouragement, whatever. He said before you know it, in about 2-3 years, he was counting 250 people. In fact, he was living in 3-bedroom flats. And he was spending the money. People were donating. And he was living fine. He was okay. And he didn't know warfare. He didn't know anything about community. Okay? He said one day, he got to church. And he saw that there's a break-in. Some people broke into the church. They removed the planks and they broke in. They went to his office. In his office, there was money. They didn't pick the monies. They went for his prayer mats. He said there's this mat he spread on the ground and lie on it and be praying on the altar. They took it. Then they saw the bell of the church. This bell. You think it's nothing? You can't arrest that voice. You can't arrest it. It must ring. As long as this one is there, they took it. In fact, they don't take the whole bell. They removed this one. So it was ordinary bell. They removed the life and they dropped it. He said that was all they removed. He said, so when he came in, he saw that, and you know, as a natural person, you know, most of you don't know church is spiritual. He said, see this thief, is it that they didn't see money to buy the ball of a bell? They just remove it and let the whole bell. These are wretched thieves. And they just remove my prayer mat. Oh, the mat where we say is old before. I wanted to change it. And he called carpenters and they repaired the place. But during that happened around Thursday. On Sunday, nobody came to church. Nobody came to church. He said he thought it was a mistake. So he and his wife did service alone. And he started calling. Even his PA, the one who has as his PA, he called him, where are you? Our service has started now. He said that one said, Esa. It's as if somebody dipped his hand into my heart and removed the love of your church. So Esa, no more coming. He He called the head of the woman, the head of men. Everybody said the same thing. Since I see somebody deep hand into my pocket and remove the love of the church. He said he struggled for 1 year. He will call all the 250 people. They say, yes, sir, we are not coming. We are not coming to your church. I hope you know what happened. When he was telling me the story, I said, you didn't know warfare. It is your culture people in that community that came and did that work. That's your power, the prayer. That's your voice. They silence it. Say, so you don't know the meaning. He said, I didn't know. I even gave him my book, the one I wrote on spiritual warfare. I said, go and read. When he read and came back, he said, yes, sir. If I have seen this book, I say, well, those are your problems. When we organize a conference, ask for people to come, you say you are busy. Is it mean that it's not busy? You say you could have learned these things. There are strongholds. Till today, he's still struggling to bring that church back. Eventually, he has to pack away from his 3-bedroom and pack to 1 room because there's no more money to spend. Community bondage is a stronghold.